Hello everyone, we're here at Larkhill Farm in Essex with international show jumper Mr Graham Lovegrove, who's very kindly spent some time with us with his horses out in the arena, showing us how he uses gymnastics for his horses as training at home with the use of grids. Graham Lovegrove, thank you for talking to us and showing us how you train at home. Now you were on your horse Tintin, just tell us a little bit about him.
Tintin's an 8-year-old Dutch bred horse by Cavalier. Very big horse, as you see.
Mm-hmm.
He was third this year, or last year I should say, in the Fox Hunter final. That was a good result. I was pleased with that. And hopefully look into the future, hopefully do a Nations Cup with him this year.
Great, 2012, here we come, eh? Now we put together out there, we've done a whole load of different grids to show people how you train your horses at home. How important is your grid work and how often do you do it?
It's very important. Gymnastics, it's gymnastics work. It's very important to do, and I will do it definitely twice a week. In amongst other training, you have to do your normal fitness, hacking around up the woods, around the road. But I'll try and do a form of gymnastics grid work twice a week.
Great. Now the one we are looking at now is the bounce grid, which I think everyone loves to have a go at home and comes herring off the corner and crashing through. So just explain to us firstly how you've set it up.
Okay, this is a bit more difficult to set up. You must have a tape for this one. The first distance you're going to see the pole on the floor to the first bounce, that is 2 meters 50. Mm-hmm. And then once the first bounce, then to the second bounce is 3 meters. The next bounce is 350, and then your one canter stride is on 610. That's the distance that I found works best for me with my horses.
And I think it's really important to stress that point, because I know from being at home and doing it myself, the bounces have always just been the same 3 strides and we all stride it out ourselves. But you disagree with that, don't you, and use your tape. How important is it?
I mean, I can walk it myself, the distance, and I can do it one day and I think I've got it right, and then I'll do it the next day, think I've got it right, and by say 2 weeks time I think I'm walking what I was walking 2 weeks prior to that. Well, actually, if you put a tape on it, I'm probably not. Mm-hmm. So the safest way to do it for your horse, because the horse is cantering the same, is to make sure your distance is exactly the same.
Right. And why would you use the bounce grip? What are we achieving with this one?
This is basically, you want the horse to concentrate. Is the up and down movement. They have to be very quick with their leg movement on this. The gymnastics here, it's quite a quick exercise to do. Obviously, you can't build it too big because they're putting their legs in and out, straight in, straight out. And then your one stride to your oxer, then it's just a nice controlled stride, and then that fence you can make a little bit bigger.
Mm-hmm. And from a rider's point of view, just talk us in how you'd ride into this, what sort of canter and what sort of feel you need.
I mean, I would start off trotting in normally. Okay. You're going to normally start trotting in, but this horse has been doing this for quite a long time, so I like to canter in very slow. Mm-hmm. The horse tries not to go too fast. He might try and drop back to trot. If he does, you put a little bit of leg on. I'd like to canter in, and then because it makes the actual gymnastics harder if you're cantering in. So, but to make it easier, trot in to start with.
And where's your limit? Because obviously, Tintin's an international horse, you're an international show jumper, and we're looking at 3 relatively sort of small fences. Would you go any bigger than that with the bounce work, or is that just defeating the object?
You don't want to put it too high, because it's very difficult movement. As I say, it's a quick in, out, in, out, in, out. It's difficult for the horse to do. And if you build it too big, you'll start to panic them, and then they'll start to rush it. And if they start to rush a bounce, it's always danger. That's always trouble. Mm-hmm.
Top tips when you're going to go out and do grid work. What are the 3 top tips you'd say to people to make sure they've got with them and remember?
You must have a tape. You've got to have a tape. Someone on the floor, mm-hmm. and this exercise, you need quite a few poles as well for all these exercises. So make sure you've got all the stuff.
Graham Lovegrove, thank you very much.
Thank you.